I had nothing. I knew nobody. I was a person with no identity.
If you sleep on the street, it's very, very unsafe.
There are so many different reasons why people are there, but it is important that they have somewhere to go.
The Connection at St Martin's works with about 3,000 rough sleepers every year. We see about 150 people coming through our doors every day, and we provide practical help and support for people to get off the streets and stay off the streets for good.
I think the first thing that we do for people is make them feel safe.
To be honest, it's my house. I do my washing every week. I use the showers. I get lunch every day.
Each person has their own caseworker, and that person is there guiding them through the process of moving on. We try and be a one-stop shop for people, so someone can have their physical health needs looked at with our medical team. They can then go and see our benefits advisor. They can go on computers, keep in touch with people, look for jobs.
You don't have too much pressure put on you. You can sit down and you can actually plan what you're going to do with your life.
Last year we had just under 750 people access employment support with us. We can give advice and guidance on CVs, which we do all day long, help people with job applications as well.
We spend most of our time out on the streets trying to offer them support, offer to buy them some food or drink, medical advice, mental health advice. I think one of the most important things when I'm working with a client is building that relationship and that trust. It's very important that we take it at their pace, listen to them, see what they want, let them gain that trust in you, and therefore you can start working on the support they do need.
They saw me out there and they kept nagging me to come in, and I've been using the centre off and on ever since.
Well, obviously one of the most important things we do at The Connection is with regard to housing. A lot of cases can't be solved overnight. So luckily at The Connection we have emergency accommodation, we have a night centre.
When people come into the night centre, where possible we can give them change of clothes, and then we provide them with hot meal, which is very, very important. We welcome them into the night centre, chat with them, make them feel comfortable. They are human beings like us.
Moving somebody into accommodation isn't the end of our job. Often the client will move in with just the clothes on their back. So we will help support them to move in and make their house a home.
So what we offer here is activities and groups that try and give back some of the things that people lose when they're on the streets.
My nan taught me how to sing, and it's always stayed with me.
What we see within the recovery programme is the chance for people to support each other, to see their own potential, and that has a massive impact on people's ability to move on in life and be successful, but crucially stay off the streets.
Why should you support The Connections? One very good reason. If it wasn't for them in my moment of crisis, I wouldn't be here today talking to you.
It isn't just a safe space to be, it's a refuelling point. It certainly has given me an opportunity to start to restitch my life.
It's an opportunity for one person who no have nothing, understand? It's a good start.
I think that I'm going forward and I'm feeling better now, and I hope that soon I will change my life. And yeah, it's a good place.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for the meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks again.
I had nothing. I knew nobody. I was a person with no identity.
If you sleep on the street, it's very, very unsafe.
There are so many different reasons why people are there, but it is important that they have somewhere to go.
The Connection at St Martin's works with about 3,000 rough sleepers every year. We see about 150 people coming through our doors every day, and we provide practical help and support for people to get off the streets and stay off the streets for good.
I think the first thing that we do for people is make them feel safe.
To be honest, it's my house. I do my washing every week. I use the showers. I get lunch every day.
Each person has their own caseworker, and that person is there guiding them through the process of moving on. We try and be a one-stop shop for people, so someone can have their physical health needs looked at with our medical team. They can then go and see our benefits advisor. They can go on computers, keep in touch with people, look for jobs.
You don't have too much pressure put on you. You can sit down and you can actually plan what you're going to do with your life.
Last year we had just under 750 people access employment support with us. We can give advice and guidance on CVs, which we do all day long, help people with job applications as well.
We spend most of our time out on the streets trying to offer them support, offer to buy them some food or drink, medical advice, mental health advice. I think one of the most important things when I'm working with a client is building that relationship and that trust. It's very important that we take it at their pace, listen to them, see what they want, let them gain that trust in you, and therefore you can start working on the support they do need.
They saw me out there and they kept nagging me to come in, and I've been using the centre off and on ever since.
Well, obviously one of the most important things we do at The Connection is with regard to housing. A lot of cases can't be solved overnight. So luckily at The Connection we have emergency accommodation, we have a night centre.
When people come into the night centre, where possible we can give them change of clothes, and then we provide them with hot meal, which is very, very important. We welcome them into the night centre, chat with them, make them feel comfortable. They are human beings like us.
Moving somebody into accommodation isn't the end of our job. Often the client will move in with just the clothes on their back. So we will help support them to move in and make their house a home.
So what we offer here is activities and groups that try and give back some of the things that people lose when they're on the streets.
My nan taught me how to sing, and it's always stayed with me.
What we see within the recovery programme is the chance for people to support each other, to see their own potential, and that has a massive impact on people's ability to move on in life and be successful, but crucially stay off the streets.
Why should you support the Connections? One very good reason. If it wasn't for them in my moment of crisis, I wouldn't be here today talking to you.
It isn't just a safe space to be, it's a refuelling point. It certainly has given me an opportunity to start to restitch my life.
It's an opportunity for one person who no have nothing, understand? It's a good start.
I think that I'm going forward and I'm feeling better now, and I hope that soon I will change my life. And yeah, it's a good place.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for the meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks again.
Evening all. Good evening. Welcome back to the virtual pub quiz. It's Thursday night. Again, it's week 9. Week 9. Seriously, week 9. Yeah, never thought we'd get to week 1, let alone get through week 1, let alone get to week 9. So welcome along, welcome back. If you are new, I've seen a few in the live chat. Just as I was sort of waiting to come through. If you're new, welcome. This is the virtual pub quiz that a lot of people have been talking about. So thank you very much for joining us. If you have been watching since the beginning of the beginning with all the bits and pieces that are on, if you haven't seen on the Facebook page, we're supporting a charity very, very close to my heart this week. So thank you very much to the guys at Connection at St Martin's for putting that short video together. I think there's 2 bits in there. One bit where all the clients say thank you, thank you, thank you, and I can't express my thank you enough to them. And another one says that if it hadn't have been for Connection at St Martin's, they probably wouldn't be here today, and I can testify to that again. So I'll talk a bit more later on, but the Just Giving link's down below, and there's a video that I've recorded myself about what St Martin's means to me. So at some point, there's a 10-minute long video. Take yourselves over, have a watch of it, and you'll understand why I've picked Connection at St Martin's. I know a lot of them are watching tonight, so good evening. Hi guys, looking forward to tomorrow. I'm hosting a private quiz with them tomorrow as a thank you for their support, etc., and vice versa. So yeah, looking forward to that. And so yeah, thank you very much. Good evening, welcome. How are we all doing? Yeah, crazy week. And thank you very much for joining us. If you are new, don't panic. We don't start the quiz until 8:15, so you've got plenty of time to get your drinks, and we will take a pause shortly for the clap for the key workers and everything. I've got to say a special mention in the live chat. I think I've just seen the best quiz team name I've seen for a long time, which is Alpacas Assemble. Which there's a load of alpacas not far from where we live in Darwin. They're sort of roaming the field and stuff, and I've just seen that, and for whatever reason it's just made me giggle. So thank you very much for whoever put that in. That really has tickled me, especially from for an MCU Marvel fan myself. So to use it in that way, I quite like that. So yeah, massive thanks. Obviously, firstly, gin point. I can sort of talk about gin. So massive thanks to John and Becca who sent that to me. You can't really see all of it because of the ice, but it does say Jay's Gin, entertaining the world since lockdown 2020. Hashtag Jay's Virtual Pub Quiz. To John and Becca, if you're in the live stream. My live stream studio is all playing up tonight, so I don't even know how many of you are here. I might be talking to myself right now, other than I can see a few people in the live chat, so I could be talking to myself. But yeah, thanks to John and Becca for that. It's absolutely brilliant. Lovely surprise that was. And yeah, so if you have just joined us, it's pen and paper fun. So don't panic. I know there's a few new people in tonight. Don't panic. It is literally just pen and paper fun. And all you need to do is we'll ask you the questions. I'll ask you the questions. And all you need to do is write down your answers. We do 30 questions, take a break, and then we do another 20 questions and give you the answers. There's a picture round in tonight as usual. General knowledge, science and nature, food and drink, and entertainment. So yeah, few rounds going on. Special hello to the Village Idiots, because they more technologically advanced, I think Brent said, and he wasn't sure if he could get them to join in. So special hello to the Village Idiots. Excuse me. To Karen as well. I was going through Facebook looking for something earlier, and I was looking at some of the comments as I was going through, and there's a lady called Karen who has been in the UK for 9 weeks. Now I don't know whether she's American living here and gone back, or the other way around, or whatever it might be, but I think it's about 2 o'clock in Dallas, Texas, and she will be up already with a Tanqueray gin, I think she said. So Karen, if you're watching, good evening, nice to see you. Thank you very much for continuing to support, even though it's that early in the morning. So thank you very much. I have got a happy birthday shout that I need to do, but I'll do that after we come back from the clap for the key workers. Yeah, good evening, welcome. Welcome to the madness, welcome to the fun. So, thank you, someone's just put 17,000. Yeah, it's about right for what we normally get. A lot of you come in just to hear me gibber for 10 minutes, and then we go for the key workers and come back. So, yeah, if you are new, don't panic. All you need, pen and paper, play along. A lot of people have been playing along against friends and family, and a lot of people have been playing along on their own at home. So, entirely how you want to play. A lot of you are competing against each other. I'd love to know, because it's week 9. I genuinely would love to know what your sort of aggregate scores, where you are. Are you 5-0, 5-4 up? Is it getting close, etc.? Let us know. As always, Alex is all over social media. don't worry, I can promise you will see him in a couple of weeks. We are working on something, so you will get to meet Alex in a couple of weeks. But as ever, he is across all of our social media platforms here, so he'll be retweeting and... What do you call it on Instagram when you retweet something? Is it just sharing? Yeah, we'll go with that. So he's sharing everything. Always use the hashtag. That way, I will get this right one week. So that way. So all of our social media and everything is just there. So he will be there sharing, as always, with the scores, with your snacks, with where you're from, where you are. And so he'll be sharing those across social media. And as always, his challenge is to get us into the trending on Twitter. Every Thursday night he's managed to achieve it. I think he'll correct me if I'm wrong in a minute, because I've got him sort of there on my phone. He's keeping me updated with stuff. I think we've got to #1 trending 3 times, I think. So he'll be keeping us posted. He really wants to get us to #1 trending, which is just awesome, and that's you guys. So yeah, welcome along. Thank you. We'll take a short break in 2 minutes for the clap for the key workers and carers. And yeah, that's it. It's not really been, I say there's not been a lot going on. There's been absolutely loads going on this week. It's just non-stop. Massive thanks again to Zoe Ball's team. I think that's going to be a regular thing now, Thursday mornings, up at 8 o'clock in the morning to ask some questions. It was a lovely Dermot O'Leary this morning, which was nice. And as always, as it is a quiz of mine, I managed to get one of the questions wrong. So I put the wrong word. Yep. Even on Radio 2, I'm still getting it wrong. So, it's not just on here and, it's sort of all I'll get things wrong, just to make it real. No, it genuinely is just, I am an idiot who, does things a bit too quick. So, but if there were no mistakes, you guys would think something had gone wrong, wouldn't you? So, that's, I don't put them in deliberately, but... So yeah, good evening, hope you're all well. You, as usual, if it's your birthday, I'd love to do the shout outs, but we've got thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people, and there is just 2 of us. Sorry, I've just seen something in the live chat tickled me. Yeah, there is just the 2 of us. Alex is all over the social media, and I'm here in front of you asking questions, and the idiot that I am, so welcome along. Thank you very much for joining us on a very nice Thursday night. I know a lot of you have seen on social media and stuff, and a bit of the live chat, sat outside, done fire pitters. If you're watching, one of our regular sort of tweeters, they're all sat outside with me up on a big screen, which is slightly frightening to know that I'm up on a 90 odd inch screen, but thanks for that, guys. I hope you're with us and hope you're enjoying, as always. Right. What have we got? About another minute to go, and then I'll take a short break. So just a quick run through. If you are just joining us, good evening. This is how it works. If you are new to us, it is just pen and paper, pub quiz, as you'd expect. This idiot here asks you a load of questions, and then what we do is we give you the answers. So we go 30 questions, so 3 rounds of 10, take a break. You get a time to put your answers together. We come back, give you the answers. Another 20 questions, job done. I've got tie break, so that's there as always. So from what I remember off the top of my head, and I did put this together late last night, and then did the slides this morning. So it's a blur. But from what I remember, it is entertainment. I'm not sure which order they are, and then from then on. But I think it's science and nature, food and drink, picture round, which is just general knowledge, and then general knowledge to finish. So. Which was quite nice of Stephen Fry. I didn't sort of touch on it, but the fact that Stephen Fry actually said general knowledge last week was wonderful. So, someone has just asked about the takeover on Friday nights. I'll go into that a bit more later on and explain how that's going to work. And right, time to go out, have a clap for the key workers and carers and the NHS. I will be back with you, if I can find where it is. I've put it somewhere. Yeah, I will... I've lost it. I'll put the pre-roll back on. I'll put the advert back on. I'll see you shortly.
I had nothing. I knew nobody. I was a person with no identity.
If you sleep on the street, it's very, very unsafe.
There are so many different reasons why people are there, but it is important that they have somewhere to go.
The Connection at St Martin's works with about 3,000 rough sleepers every year. We see about 150 people coming through our doors every day, and we provide practical help and support for people to get off the streets and stay off the streets for good.
I think the first thing that we do for people is make them feel safe.
To be honest, it's my house. I do my washing every week. I use the showers. I get lunch every day.
Each person has their own caseworker, and that person is there guiding them through the process of moving on. We try and be a one-stop shop for people, so someone can have their physical health needs looked at with our medical team. They can then go and see our benefits advisor. They can go on computers, keep in touch with people, look for jobs.
You don't have too much pressure put on you. You can sit down and you can actually plan what you're going to do with your life.
Last year we had just under 750 people access employment support with us. We can give advice and guidance on CVs, which we do all day long, help people with job applications as well.
We spend most of our time out on the streets trying to offer them support, offer to buy them some food or drink, medical advice, mental health advice. I think one of the most important things when I'm working with a client is building that relationship and that trust. It's very important that we take it at their pace, listen to them, see what they want, let them gain that trust in you, and therefore you can start working on the support they do need.
They saw me out there and they kept nagging me to come in, and I've been using the centre off and on ever since.
Well, obviously one of the most important things we do at The Connection is with regard to housing. A lot of cases can't be solved overnight. So luckily at The Connection we have emergency accommodation, we have a night centre.
When people come into the night centre, where possible we can give them change of clothes, and then we provide them with hot meal, which is very, very important. We welcome them into the night centre, chat with them, make them feel comfortable. They are human beings like us.
Moving somebody into accommodation isn't the end of our job. Often the client will move in with just the clothes on their back. So we will help support them to move in and make their house a home.
So what we offer here is activities and groups that try and give back some of the things that people lose when they're on the streets.
My nan taught me how to sing, and it's always stayed with me.
What we see within the recovery programme is the chance for people to support each other, to see their own potential, and that has a massive impact on people's ability to move on in life and be successful, but crucially stay off the streets.
Why should you support The Connections? One very good reason. If it wasn't for them in my moment of crisis, I wouldn't be here today talking to you.
A nice little message to finish on. Welcome, good evening, and hope you're all well. I was just talking, mother-in-law lives across from where I do, and I'd love to know if there's like regional variations of the clap, because we've got things like cowbells and everything going on. So I'd just love to know if, you know, there's sort of different regional variations, like we've all got regional accents. I'd love to know that. So, but anyway, welcome along. Welcome to the virtual pub quiz on a Thursday night. Week 9. Mad, crazy. But we're still here and we'll keep going until there is no one left. I'm just going to refresh that and see if that does any good. My live streams, studio and YouTube's all having kind of issues, so I'm just going to ignore it tonight. But yeah, so good evening, welcome along. If you are new, don't panic, we've not started yet. Quiz starts at around about 8:15, and all you need is a pen and paper. And all you need to do is just write the answers down. 50 questions, split over 5 rounds, 5 rounds of 10. Covering all different topics. Some might be easy, some might be hard. You might learn something if you didn't know it. You might know all the answers, who knows. And yeah, so a quick sip of gin. So the video that was on before the quiz started, it before I came on, and also then is just, it's with regards to our charity that I'm focusing on this for the next 2 weeks, which is Connection at St Martin's. They're a charity that is incredibly close to my heart. That just finished then on about sort of, you know, if it hadn't been for them, then there's every reason that, you know, they may not be here. So yeah, that's why I've chosen Connection at St Martin's. I've put a personal video up on their Just Giving page, and the link is down below in the description. So if you get 5-10 minutes at any point, go and have a quick watch of the video, and it'll explain exactly why I've chosen St Martin's, and if you can help them in any way, shape or form. I had a lovely moment this week. I got to speak to a key worker who, well, one of the workers there who ran the football back 11 years ago, and he's still working there now today. And I got to speak to him on Zoom, and it was a surprise for both of us, and it was lovely to see him and catch up. And I've not spoken to him for 7 years, so he didn't know where I was or what I was up to, and it was absolutely lovely to catch up with him. And we've got some clips from that we'll be putting on social media throughout the week. So yeah, if you can help St Martin's, please do. They're an incredible charity, and some of the stuff they do is incredible. It's absolutely amazing what they do. So yeah, if you can help them in any way, shape or form, I'll talk a bit more later on. Links and everything are down there. Talking of links, Alex wouldn't forgive me if I didn't. Let's see if I can get this right. There we go. All the social media links and everything are just there. So let us know how you're getting on, where you are. He'll have put something up. He'll have put something up on Facebook about it. Sorry, on all the social medias about all the bits and pieces with regards. He'll probably be asking you questions and all sorts about what you're drinking, what snacks you've got, etc. So yeah, so head on over to social media, let him know how you're getting on, and help him with his challenge to get to #1 trending on Twitter. So yeah, hopefully you're all well. What have we got tonight? So yeah, again, it's entertainment, science and knowledge, and we're off, and we are off. Entertainment, science and nature, picture round, which is sort of general knowledge, food and drink, and general knowledge as well. So it's yeah, I quite like the quiz tonight. I actually personally think there will be some very, very high scores. So I think there'll be some very, very high scores in this tonight. So looking forward to it. Hopefully you are too. How are you all getting on? So yeah, we've got about 9 minutes before we ask the first question, so plenty of time to get yourselves sorted, get yourselves a drink, get yourselves... and Alex is off. We're trending at number 24 already, and he's off. So yeah, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for on a crazy, as always, Thursday night. So I'll just bless you, bless you.
Thank you.
That one. There we go. That's better. Right, just turn my mic a little bit. So yeah, good evening, welcome along. Yeah, how's everyone doing? I'm trying to keep up with the live chat, but no, it's gone crazy as always. Sorry.
There's one that I am jealous about.
Trying to think. I've got some things to talk about, but I was going to do in the break. Yeah, so Friday night quiz. I know there's been a lot of confusion over tonight. This is always going to stay here on Thursday night until, like I say, there's no one else to talk to, and I'll continue to talk to myself for a few weeks after that. I know we worked with Alzheimer's Research UK last week, so they are taking over on a Friday night. We've not got anything on a Friday night, so Stephen Fry is returning tomorrow night. He's going to be presenting a 30-question quiz. It's not live, it's pre-recorded. I've seen some of it. It's absolutely brilliant. It is superb what he's done. So they're going to have Friday nights for the next 3 weeks. So they'll be putting some quizzes up. It'll still be there. I'll introduce them and I'll finish it off. But yeah, so they're taking over Friday nights. So that's where there may be a bit of confusion around things. So, but yeah, thank you very much for joining us on this. It's actually been a lovely day. I don't know if it's like where you are, but down here in Darwin, it's been quite nice. Been a good day. Yeah. Yeah, Karen from Dallas. Yeah, there seems to be a lot of people from America I've just seen flying through the live chat tonight, so I don't know whether we've sort of crossed the pond somehow, but hello. Is it morning? Yeah, morning, afternoon, happy lunchtime over in America. Nice of you to join us. So thank you very much for joining us. Just see one comment in the live chat. No, actually I do. So yeah, so yeah, if you have just joined us, I know a lot of people of you are joining in. Alex is keeping me abreast of what our numbers up to because my live stream's all over the show tonight. So all you need, if you are new to us, welcome, good evening. My name's Jay. I'm the host of this complete and utter chaos that we call a pub quiz that is always good fun and good entertainment. If you are playing for the first time, we need pen and paper. That's it. No technological advancements in this at all. You don't need anything. All you need is just to watch the live stream, write your answers down to the questions. We then give you the answers, and then at the end of it, you can tell us a score all across our social media platforms. Oh, hello from my favourite city in the world, New York. Never been, but I will be, hopefully, at some point. And yeah, that's all you need, pen and paper. And also, we will never charge you for the quiz. We do talk about charity, and obviously there is the Patreon as well. They're optional things for people to get involved in. We will never, ever, ever charge you for this quiz to join in. We'll never charge you to play. We'll never put the quiz behind a paywall for the masses that make you pay. This is a free quiz for a Thursday night and obviously on a Saturday night as well. So, you know, it's not a quiz that we would ever charge you to do. Like I say, there is the Patreon. The links are down below. There is, the charity donations and stuff like that. But yeah, we will always be here on a Thursday and a Sunday until lockdown is finished, giving these free quizzes out, and all the specialist quizzes as well. You lot really do like the Friends quiz, don't you? We did series 3 and 4 on Tuesday, so you guys absolutely really are enjoying those. It's been nice to see some of the comments. So. And with the specialist quizzes as well, because I've recorded them in one go, you still get all the mistakes that you do on the live quiz, so it's just like watching Thursday and Sunday night anyway. They're just more specialist. UK TV last night, a lot of you again joined in with that. Some good scores on that, actually. I thought there were some tricky questions in those last night, but well done. Some very good scores on there. And what was the other one? It's sort of all across the board on Sunday. Yeah, TV sitcoms all across the board. So if you like your what's it, Brooklyn Nine-Nine and those kind of things, then yeah, be a good quiz for you on Sunday night. So yeah, good evening. Thank you very much. You have got your 3.5 minutes. Sorry if you're getting yourself set up. 3.5 minutes to grab a drink. Make sure your pen is working. Make sure you've got plenty of paper. 50 questions as always. And yeah, for those of you who are always with us on a Saturday, so you do Thursday and Saturday nights, I'm keeping the dingbats and the anagrams and those little bits and pieces. I'm going to keep those for Saturday night, because we've always sort of got quite a bit going on. It is just me tonight. There's no one suddenly going to drop in the break or anything like that. It is just me and the videos for Connection at St Martin's, because I want to focus on them tonight. We have got a few surprises coming up over the next few weeks, but I just wanted to go back, this week, just come back to just me and you and everyone together and have a bit of a laugh and have a bit of a giggle and enjoy our Thursday nights. So welcome along. So about 3 minutes to go. If you are new around here, Alex will want me to say again, all of our social media links are there. So it's Facebook, YouTube, you're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Alex is over there sharing everything, so if you use the hashtag, he'll pick up on them, and he tries to share as many as he can. Last week, I think we were still talking on the phone at 2 o'clock in the morning while he was sharing stuff on there, and I was preparing for the quiz on Saturday. So yeah, he was still up sharing stuff all the way through. So, and he loves it. I've not forced him into doing it. He took on Instagram and Twitter, and he's made those two communities what they have, in the same way that you guys have made the Facebook community what it is. So. And a massive shout out to Facebook, by the way, this morning for causing me multiple headaches when I couldn't post the quiz. So I found a way around it, live video, and 500 of you joined in, and we got a few of you got a nice few shout outs in that. So yeah, thanks for joining us on what was a sort of impromptu live stream, but I needed to find a way to get you guys to know that the quiz was still on tonight. So thank you very much again to John and Becca for the glass. I don't know whether you were in before, but thank you very much. That is nice. It's nice because we've got loads and loads of ice in it as well. Right, so you've got... my clock's gone. About another minute and a half and we will get the first question asked. Entertainment start. Straight in then to science and nature, I'm pretty sure. Then on to general knowledge picture round. Take a break, go through the answers after that. And then on to... food and drink and general knowledge. My head's gone tonight. I can't think straight. So we're in for a treat tonight if I can't think straight, and I've got to push some buttons in a minute to put the pictures, put the questions on the screen. So we're in for some fun. So yeah, good evening. There we go. See, it's working. Every time I mention it, everyone jumps onto Twitter. We go up, and then Alex gets really, really giddy. So in capitals, we've got number 4 trend. Let's get to number 1. Number 3 trend. So it keeps him happy as well. He quite enjoys it. And you will get to meet him. If you weren't here earlier, you will get to meet him. Over the next couple of weeks, we have got a plan, and you will get to meet the elusive Alex. It's not that I'm talking to myself. Well, I am talking to myself, but you lot are all you guys are all listening. But yeah, he is real. So we're going to introduce him in a couple of weeks. That's partly because of his charity, but we'll come more into that. Tonight's all about Connection at St Martin's and the great work that they do. And I'll talk more about why I've chosen them, because they are a charity very, very close to my heart. And that's just a quick look, just over £3,700 raised for them so far. So that's fantastic. Thank you so much. That will make a massive difference to them. Right. 20 seconds. 19, 18, 17. I'm not counting all the way down. I'm just going to go in and turn the live chat off, because we always turn the live chat off once the quiz starts so that people don't spoil it with... Oh, okay. Right, so live chat's going off. Right, so live chat is off. Right, we are ready. Are you ready? Pick the right one, that one. So, round 1, entertainment. Let's get into this for your Thursday night, starting with question number 1. So, who sung about Suspicious Minds in 1969? So, who sung about Suspicious Minds in 1969? Number 2. Now, I've been trying to pronounce this. Jimmy Croce? Jimmy Croce, we'll go with that. Said, who was the baddest man in the whole town in 1973? So Jimmy Croce said, who was the baddest man in the whole town in 1973? Number 3. Sybil Shepherd and Bruce Willis were private detectives in which US 80s TV show? So Sybil Shepherd and Bruce Willis were private detectives in which US 80s TV show? Number 4. In the movies, who did Harry meet in 1989? So in the movies, who did Harry meet in 1989? Question 5. So, here's a story from A to Z. You want to get with me? You better listen carefully. Name the song and the artist from 1996. So, here's a story from A to Z. Do you want to get with me? You've got to listen carefully. So, name the song and artist from 1996. That song's 24 years old. Wow. Number 6. David Arquette, Courtney Cox and Neve Campbell starred in which horror movie franchise? So David Arquette, Courtney Cox and Neve Campbell starred in which horror movie franchise? Number 7. That's my goal. A moment like this. When you believe and when we collide. What links those 4 songs? So that's my goal. A moment like this. When you believe and when we collide. What links those 4 songs? Number 8. Which TV series was set around single days in each series? So which TV series was set around single days in each series? Oh, with the exception of the last one, because that was only over half a day. May have just given you a massive clue if you didn't know, but yeah, so which TV series was set around single days in each series? I forgot about the comeback. Number 9. The Bard and Bellas and the Treblemakers are a cappella singing groups in which movie franchise? So the Bard and Bellas and the Treblemakers are a cappella singing groups in which movie franchise? Finally, number 10. Uptown Funk was a hit for who? Featuring who? Should be whom that, but so Uptown Funk was a hit for who? Featuring whom? Yeah, you need both for the point. So Uptown Funk was a hit for who? Featuring whom? Okay, so that is your entertainment round to start. So we move on to either science and nature or food and drink. I can't remember which way I put them around, so I think it's science and nature. Yes, it is. So question 1, and this was asked on a quiz that I play on a Wednesday night, and I thought it was a great question. I'm including it in this. How many stars are there in our solar system? Cheers, Leon. Yeah, I get to play a quiz on a Wednesday night, but I'll let you all know again at the end of this. At the end of tonight which one we play, because we play Wednesday and Fridays, and it's free as well, so you're more than welcome to come and join us. Number 2. Petroleum, coal and natural gas are fossil fuels. True or false? So petroleum, coal and natural gas are fossil fuels. True or false? Number 3. What is a female alligator called? So what is a female alligator called? Number 4. What does the H stand for in HTTP? So what does the H stand for in HTTP? Number 5. The scientific name for the human tail is called what? So the scientific name for the human tail is called what? Number 6, what does a chronometer measure? So what does a chronometer measure? Chronometer? Chronometer? That noise you heard was my knee cracking. Ow. Number 7. Hydroponics is the method of growing plants without what? So hydroponics is the method of growing plants without what? Number 8. What has a longer wavelength, radio waves or microwaves? So what has a longer wavelength, radio waves or microwaves? Number 9. In medicine, what does hypertension mean? So in medicine, what does hypertension mean? Finally, question 10. What is the hardest substance in the human body? So what is the hardest substance in the human body? so that's your science and nature round. Let's move on to your picture round. It's a general knowledge picture round, all kinds of different things. And we start, this one is a point for each that you can name on this one. Who is this couple? So who is this couple? What are their names? One of the longest marriages in Hollywood, I think. I said one of. Number 2. Name the stadium. So name the stadium for number 2. Number 3. Name the band. So number 3, name the band. Number 4, name the social media platform. And yeah, just remember. Name the social media platform. Number 5, name the island in the circle. So name the island in the circle. Number 6, name the TV show. So number 6, name the TV show. Number 7, name the brand. I think I might open myself up for a few answers on here, so I've got one of the other answers, but name the brand. Name the biscuit and have the answer as well. Forgot to take the answer out. I hadn't put the slide in properly earlier, so what I did was ended up double duplicating it. So there you go, everyone gets a point. So you get a point, and you get a point, and you get a point. I do check through the slides, I really do. Have you all had time to write that one down? Yep, excellent. Number 9, name the UK airport. I need to do an outtakes video or something on the other channel. I think that's the way to do it. So name the UK airport for number 9. And finally, number 10. Name the movie. Okay, so that is the first part of the quiz then for this evening. Your first 30 questions. So we'll take a short break at this point so you can go and grab yourselves a drink, go through your answers and make sure you're ready for them. So yeah, we'll go for a break in a second. But there will be a video from Connection at St Martin, similar to what you saw at the beginning. They are a charity very, very, very close to my heart, and in the video they talk about, you know, the chances that they've been given. There is a video up on their Just Giving page. The link is down below in the description. If you can help them in any way, please do, because see, they're friends of mine up here. I've been in the Northwest now for 10 years, and there are friends of mine that only probably in the last 12 months have found out that I was a homeless person. Connection at St Martin's helped me, and they put me back on the path. And I was the definition of a homeless man, which is a man without a home. So it wasn't to do with drink or drugs or anything like that. They say that you're only 1 or 2 paychecks away from finding yourselves on the streets, and that quite simply was it. I mean, a little bit more too, but that was the long and short of it. And after 2 years, Connection at St Martin's found me, and they put me back on the right path, and they're an incredible charity, and I really want to help them and repay them for everything they did for me 10 years ago. So it's been quite hard putting the video together that's on Just Giving page. But if you do find yourself with a few minutes, if you can watch, you'll understand my reasons for them, for helping them and having them as the focus for the next 2 weeks. So thank you very much in advance if you can help them on their behalf. But I'll be talking about them over the next couple of weeks. And yeah, Alex has just asked me to remind you all. He will put the questions and everything up. All the hashtags and everything have been along here. And we'll see you shortly. If I push the right button. That one.
So this is the room, the hotel where I'm staying at the moment.
In the first few weeks, we spent most of our time trying to move people in. There's 80 vacant beds on the first day of working there, which are all now filled.
Everyone has got their own room. There's a medical team on site that are helping people with medical stuff.
I was sleeping rough for 18 months until I got the chance to come here. Now I feel okay. I feel a lot less worried about things. We've got nurses who are trying to get me tablets back for me, for my heart.
It's anxious time for a lot of our clients. We spend a lot of time trying to work through those anxieties with those clients to make sure they're okay.
Know how it's living on the street is not easy. And since I've been with them, like I changed so much. I even put weight on. You know, it's amazing.
Everyone gets a hot meal, a soup and a bag of sandwiches and breakfast for the next day.
I just want to say thank you to everybody, especially to the team, to Connections, because they have the best team in the world.
how's that for an added bonus? You all had the questions on screen as well, including the Bourbon answer. How nice is that? Yeah, didn't know that was going to happen. The wonderful OBS software that I use decided to put them in. I was playing around with something earlier, but thought I deleted that. Never mind. So yeah, added bonus. You didn't have to all go over to social media, but hopefully you did, because it will be keeping Alex entertained. They're all there. So yeah, just thought I'd drop back in, give you another minute or so that you can just make sure you've got all your answers, and we'll go through and let you know how you did. I need to get some new gins. That's my plan for this week. I'm just finishing off the bottle of Gordon's that I got bought for my birthday, which was that. So if Louise is watching, thanks Louise. Sorry. I say I've nearly finished that one off. I've got that one to finish off. That's my last bottle of gin. So I need to get some ideas. I need to get some new gins this week. That's my plan. I do also have some homebrewed beer that I've done as well. So but anyway, yeah, thank you very much. Welcome back. I tend to forget half the time that I'm actually talking to real people and not talking to myself. I've just refreshed the Just Giving page. Thank you so much for going over and having a look and supporting St Martin's. So thank you very much for that. If you haven't already, or you know, some of you may have gone over, donated and not watched the video, but if you want to understand why I've picked them, there's a great video on there. I'm going to try and edit some of it. Ooh, scary for me, editing. I'd rather just do things live, which is what I did with that video, because it all came from, you know, from here, and that's why I put it out there in one go. But yeah, there's a few things I'm going to put up that I've done with St Martin's. So in the last couple of days, especially the chat with Peter. Peter, if you're watching, it was great to catch up with you, and I've got your email, so I will get back in. We'll sort out a proper catch up off of camera. So, but yeah, thank you very much for that. Right, 20 seconds, and we'll go through your answers. 19, 18, 17. I'm not counting. Partly because I can't. I can, but. People running from the kitchen now because I'm about to give out some answers. You've already got one, so I don't need to give you that one. So well done, everyone's got a point for bourbon biscuits. Well done. Right, let's go through. Number one. Who sung about Suspicious Minds in 1969? It was, of course, Elvis Presley. Oh, I'm all shook up. Number two, Jimmy Croce, Jimmy, however you pronounce it, even though I checked earlier and then forgot, was who was the baddest man in the whole town in 1973. It was, of course, bad Leroy Brown. The baddest man in the whole bad town. Number three, Sybil Shepherd and Bruce Willis were private detectives in which US 80s TV show? It was Moonlighting. Number four, in the movies, who did Harry meet in 1989? It was, of course, Sally. When Harry met Sally. Number five. So, here's a story from A to Z. If you want to get with me, you've got to listen carefully. It was Wannabe by the Spice Girls. Am I going to be cruel? No, I'll give you a point for each. You guys want me to referee on this, so I'll do, yeah, we'll go with a point for each. Number six, David Arquette, Courtney Cox and Neve Campbell all star in which horror movie franchise? It is, of course, Scream. I believe David Arquette signed on to do Scream 5. I didn't even know they'd done a Scream 4. Number seven, That's My Goal, A Moment Like This, When You Believe and When We Collide. What links the four songs? They were all released by X Factor winners. And they were all number ones as well, because you couldn't have that as a link, because they were all released by X Factor winners. It was their winners song and it went to number one. Number eight, which TV series was set around single days in each series? It was 24 with Kiefer Sutherland. Brilliant TV show, that. But then I did forget about the London one, which they did, which was only 12 hours. Number nine, the Bard and Bellas and the Treblemakers are a cappella singing groups in which movie franchise? That's Pitch Perfect. And number 10, you needed both of these for the point. Uptown Funk was a hit for who featuring whom? It was, of course, Mark Ronson featuring Bruno Mars. Your Science and Nature, number one. Credit for Leon for putting this question into his quiz last night, and I pinched it. Number one, how many stars are there in our solar system? There is one. It's the sun. With his quiz, it's a smartphone quiz, so you have to put your answer in. And I was sat there for panicking right at the end. Number two, petroleum, coal and natural gas are fossil fuels. True or false? It's true. Number three, what is a female alligator called? It is a cow. Don't call it a cow to its face, it might bite you. Number four, what does the H stand for in HTTP? It is hyper. Number 5, the scientific name for the human tail is called what? It is the coccyx. Number 6, what does a chronometer measure? It is a time or accurate time if you want to be precise. I didn't even mean that. Anyway, 7. Number 7, hydroponics is the method of growing plants without what? It's soil. Number 8, what has a longer wavelength? Radio waves or microwaves? It's radio waves. I think my gin's a touch stronger than normal. Number 9, in medicine, what does hypertension mean? It is abnormal high blood pressure. Or if you put high blood pressure, I will give you the point. And number 10, what is the hardest substance in the human body? It is tooth enamel. Your picture round. Number 1, so a point for each on these. So it's Sarah Jessica Parker, and on the right is Matthew Broderick. He's looking well. Number 2 is Twickenham. Number 3, the Rolling Stones. Number 4 is Twitter. Number 5 is the Isle of Man. Good evening to a lot of you who are watching in the Isle of Man. Number 6 is Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Number 7. Now, in the UK it's Walkers, but after I put the slides together and everything and then put the answer up, I've got a feeling Lay's might be in the same design. So if you've put Lay's, you might not be in the UK, I know a few of you watch in Spain. Sure, it's a Spanish crisp, might be wrong, but yeah, so I'll take Walkers or I'll take Lay's. So you can have a point for either of those. Number 8, name the biscuit. It's a bourbon biscuit. I mean, yeah, that'll probably shock a lot of you, that picture. Number 9, name the UK airport. It was Heathrow. And number 10, name the film, name the movie. It is The Greatest Showman. Okay, so I'll give you just 30 seconds while I take a sip of drink and you can total up your points because there's quite a few points to give away there. 20 questions to go and then tie break if you need it. I've got a Great Showman in my head now. So we've got food and drink to come and then general knowledge. If you were with us on Saturday night, you'll know general knowledge finished off with a connections round. There's something a little bit similar, but I'm not going to tell you until we get to the last question on your general knowledge, same as I did last week. So, 10, 9, 8. Let's get into it then. Food and drink. Round 4, question 1. Round 4, question 1. There we go. Billingsgate Market in London specialises in which type of food? So Billingsgate Market in London specialises in which type of food? Number 2, what does the HP stand for in HP sauce? Pub quiz classic question that. So what does the HP stand for in HP sauce? Yeah, HP's been around a lot longer than he has. Number 3, what is the main ingredient of mayonnaise? Main ingredient. Number 4. The letters in melon can be rearranged to make which other fruit? So the letters in melon can be rearranged to make which other fruit? Number 5. What became Snickers in the UK in 1990? So what became Snickers in the UK in 1990? Number 6. Grenadine comes from which fruit? So grenadine comes from which fruit? Number 7. Is rice classed as a herb? Yes or no? So is rice classed as a herb? Number 8. Halloumi comes from which country? So halloumi comes from which country? Number 9. Magnum consists of how many standard bottles of champagne? So Magnum consists of how many standard bottles of champagne? And number 10. Which meat generally goes into frankfurters? So which meat generally goes into frankfurters? General knowledge to finish. Sorry, just a couple of things come up. General knowledge to finish. Now, number 1. The cast of Casualty reached number 5 in the charts in 1998 with a cover of which Robert Knight song? Not cover. So the cast of Casualty reached number 5 in the charts in 1998 with a cover of which Robert Knight song? If you don't know, don't worry, you might get a clue at the end. Number 2. Which is the second largest city in the US? So which is the second largest city in the US? You just blowing the lights in the kitchen?
Jesus. That well made me jump.
Yeah, light bulb's just blown in the kitchen.
Bathroom.
Oh.
And kitchen.
Number 3. A margarita cocktail has which alcoholic base?
That well made me jump.
So a margarita cocktail has which alcoholic base? Number 4. What is O in the phonetic alphabet? So what is O in the phonetic alphabet? Number 5. Which manufacturer made the 3310 mobile phone? So which manufacturer made the 3310 mobile phone? Number 6. Which Englishman won the US Open in golf in 2013? So which Englishman won the US Open in golf in 2013? Number 7. Nicknamed Blade Runner, which multiple medal winning Olympian is in prison for shooting his girlfriend? So nicknamed Blade Runner, which multiple medal winning Olympian is in prison for shooting his girlfriend? We have very creaky floorboards in this house. Number 8. Budapest is the capital of which country? So Budapest is the capital of which country? Can't even, it's not like something you can put WD-40 on, is it? Like floorboards to stop them creaking. Number 9. Which famous waterfall straddles the Canadian border? So which famous waterfall straddles the Canadian border? And finally, number 10. The first letter of all the answers put together should spell out a singer. So if you've missed some of the answers, you might have a clue now. So the first letter of all of the answers should spell out a singer. So, give you about 5 minutes just to go through your answers for the last 2 rounds. So yeah, I just want to say a very, very quick happy birthday to Jennifer Hamilton Bruce. She knows who she is, so thank you for your message during the week. So happy birthday to you, Jennifer. I understand your reasons, so yeah, thank you very much. And that's why I want to say happy birthday. Hope you've enjoyed your day. We're number 2 trending on Twitter, so keep that way there. So yeah, so keep using the hashtag, keep using it on social media, keep Alex entertained. He's putting the questions up for the last 2 rounds, so they're up on Twitter and Instagram if you don't want to listen to me Twitter on and want to go and have a look at the questions. Thank you so much if you have gone over to Just Giving and supported Just Martin's connection at St Martin's. It's over £13,000 on there, so thank you so much for your support. They'll be with us for the rest of this week and all of next week, so there'll be loads more to hear from them, and we'll be talking about them. I'm doing a few things with them as well, some videos for themselves. So yeah, there'll be a lot more to come talking about them this week and next. And so thank you very much to them for their support. I know they've shared it with all of their social teams, and I'm hosting a quiz for their team tomorrow as a thank you. So I'm looking forward to that. So anyone from Connection at St Martin's who's watching this evening, hello, good evening. Hope you're all doing well. And yeah, if there was a bit of confusion around tonight's quiz, I did see a lot on social media, and we tried to get to most of it. So tomorrow night, we don't have anything on a Friday night. We haven't done. We did the specialist quizzes for a few weeks on a Friday, but then I decided that we'd leave that and leave a space. So Alzheimer's Research UK have jumped into that space. They are taking over the YouTube channel on Thursday, on a Friday night. Not Thursday, no, that was last week. Friday night. And they're going to be doing an hour-long, around about an hour-long quiz. So they are going to have Stephen Fry this week. He is back. Really enjoyed himself last week. Watched it. Thought the reaction and the feedback to him was great. So he's going to be presenting the quiz on Friday night. He's got 30 questions. You know what Stephen Fry's like. Very, very intelligent man, and he set these, by the way. I have nothing to do with these questions. I'll be there. I'm introducing, and I'll be closing off the hour-long program. But these are set by Stephen himself. So I believe. I've not seen the videos, so yeah, it should be good for you. And Alzheimer's will have that for 3 weeks. So they've got Stephen Fry this week. I know who next week is. I'm not going to say, because I'll leave that. So Stephen's going to announce that himself tomorrow at the end of the video to hand over the baton. I think there's a short video from the following week's host, so I'm not going to ruin that surprise. I really don't want to ruin that surprise. Right, let's just give you another sort of minute and a half, and yeah. So hopefully you've seen the questions. No, I don't want to update Adobe at the moment. But yeah, so the St Martin's link is down below. As I say, there's a video there that I recorded a few days ago to put up on the Just Giving page. It is on the other YouTube channel that's got all the announcements and stuff that's linked to this YouTube channel and the main quiz. So yeah, if you find yourself with some time, it'd be great if you could give it a watch. It was quite hard to put together because there was a lot of things that, especially around homelessness and that stigmatism of people, perceived, or if you were homeless, then you're this, that and the other. And hopefully over the next couple of weeks I can maybe eradicate some of that stigmatism through the Facebook page. Send me a message as well if there's questions you want answered. It's an open platform. If there's some things that you'd like to know about homelessness, then please do get in touch. And if I can't answer you individually, or if a lot of people are asking the same question, I'll talk about it over the next couple of weeks. So right, I'll give you another minute to get your answers together, and then we'll go through them. And then we'll find out how you've got on tonight. Some questions have 2 points, so wondering what the quiz is out of, people say. Oh, you're asking me to know how many points it's out of. I do it on the fly, Alex. I want to say 55, but yeah, probably should have thought about that. Okay, 20 seconds and we'll give you the answers. Yeah, Alex is just saying that some questions have 2 points, so wondering what the quiz is out of. A lot of people are asking on social, saying what's the quiz out of tonight. I don't know, I think it's about 55. Give 2 for that. That was 1. That was 1. 2 for that. No, 54. I'm going to go with 54. So yeah, the quiz is out of 54 tonight. Or 55 if you include the tiebreak. Right, let's give you some answers then to your last part of the quiz. We started then with number 1 on food and drink. Billingsgate Market in London specialises in what type of food? It is fish. Number 2. What does the HP stand for in HP sauce? No, it's not Harry Potter. It's the Houses of Parliament. It's on the bottle. Number 3, what is the main ingredient of mayonnaise? It's egg yolk. If you put egg, I'll give you the point. Number 4, the letters in melon can be rearranged to make which other fruit? It is lemon. Number 5, what became Snickers in the UK in 1990? It was Marathon. Number 6, grenadine comes from which fruit? It is pomegranate. Number 7, is rice classed as a herb? Yes, it is. There is a very long-winded answer behind it, but it is classed as a herb. It was a random fact I heard during the week, so I double-checked and drilled into it, and yeah, it is classed as a herb. As it comes to, I can't remember the full answer to it, but it's to do with that it's classed in the same batch as grass. So it's classed as a herb. Number 8, halloumi comes from which country? It is Cyprus. Number 9. Magnum consists of how many standard bottles of champagne? It is 2. And number 10. Generally, which meat generally goes into frankfurters? It is pork. Finally then, your general knowledge, if you push the right button. So the cast of Casualty reached number 5 in the charts in 1998 with a cover of which Robert Knight song? It was Everlasting Love. So the first letter you need is E. You get a point for Everlasting Love, but E. Number 2, which is the second largest city in the United States? It is Los Angeles. Number 3, a margarita cocktail has which alcoholic base? It's tequila. Number 4, what is O in the phonetic alphabet? It is Oscar. Just realised what I did there. Never mind. Number 5, which manufacturer made the 3310 mobile phone? It is Nokia. Came up in conversation on a group chat earlier with a friend of mine. Number 6, which Englishman won the US Open in golf in 2013? It was Justin Rose. Number 7, nicknamed Blade Runner, which multiple medal winning Olympian is in prison for shooting his girlfriend? It was Oscar Pistorius. Me and my pronunciations tonight are shocking. Number 8, Budapest is the capital of Hungary. Number 9, which famous waterfall straddles the Canadian border? It is Niagara Falls. And number 10, if you take all of the first letters of all of those answers, you should get the name Elton John. And that's it. So we've still got your tiebreak to come. I'll give that in a second. So if you want to top your scores up and see how you did, Alex, as always, is standing by with that way. There you go. With all of the social media. So I'll be over on Facebook shortly after the quiz is finished to post as I always do. Alex is on Twitter and Instagram. He flips between the two and tries to share as much as he can on those platforms. Tiebreak is this. Up to and including last Friday's episode, How many Coronation Street episodes have there been in total? Now, I'm not talking specials, I'm talking how many episodes? Okay, so apparently there's a debate going on Twitter. If the debate's going on Twitter, if you put oil for the mayonnaise question, then you can have a point. Alex is taking a bit of... Alex has got a lot. 52, not 54. Ah, it's out of 52. I don't know where I got 54 from. Then again, this is also the man who put Bourbon up as an answer before the question. The answer to the Coronation Street question is 10,062. So it was nearest to, we needed that, 10,062. Well, it's been a night full of technical dramas and giveaway questions as always. So thank you very much for joining us as always on a Thursday night. 160,000 of you with us again, so thank you very much for joining us. So a couple of things, notices before you go. So if you can have a look at the Just Giving page for Connection at St Martin's, that would mean the world to me. Thank you very much for those of you who have. As I say, there's a video up there on there that does explain why I've chosen them, and I'm indebted to them for their support, so thanking them for being with us this week. If you do want to play against myself and the guys that I play a quiz with, there's a great quiz that we do. It's supposed to be local, mentioned it a few weeks ago, and he's now got people across the country. So if you check out Level 1 Live on Facebook or Level 1 Darwin on Facebook, and all the details, don't message him. Poor bloke, Paul Leon, a couple of weeks ago, his inbox blew up because everyone was in there trying to find out the details for the quiz. So if you like that Facebook page, he shares the details on the Facebook page on the day of every quiz. So he does one Wednesday, Friday and Saturday. We're obviously live on Saturday, but yeah, so Wednesday and Friday, myself, one of my housemates, my housemate, and a couple of the other guys who I play quiz with on a Thursday night, they join us, so that is always a good laugh. Leon's sense of humour is brilliant. Last Friday he had an innuendos and a round all about sex. So yeah, it's a good fun, good entertainment, something to keep you going on a Friday and a Wednesday. So yeah, come along, I'm in there. It's all on Zoom, so yeah, come and join us if you fancy that. What else? Yeah, so tomorrow Stephen Fry is taking over the channel. So he'll be on from 8:15, or the video will be uploaded from 8:15. And that is it, really. Don't forget to let us know how you've got on with the quiz. All you need to do. See, I've been adjusting that. Started with 50, gone to 54, and now it's 52. So yeah, let us know how you got on social media. All of the links, everything is just here. Use the hashtag Jay's Virtual Pub Quiz as always. Alex is standing by. Other than that, thank you very much as always for joining us on a Thursday night. I will be back on Saturday night, same time as usual. Massive thanks again for those of you who've gone over. Let me just do a quick refresh and see. So we're just under £15,000 for St Martin's, so thank you very much for Connection at St Martin's. If you haven't had a chance to go over and you can, the link's down below. Thank you very much. They're going to be with us for the next couple of weeks, so I've got, like I say, a few videos coming up with them. So yeah, thank you very much. I will see you Saturday, if I don't see you playing the quiz tomorrow night. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you all soon.